Have you ever looked at your life and wondered why you keep choosing things that exhaust you? Jobs that drain you, relationships that leave you depleted, commitments that slowly wear you down. And sometimes you don't even realize it's happening until you feel completely overwhelmed. A lot of people assume this happens because they're making bad decisions, but often something deeper is going on. And that is what we are going to be talking about today. Welcome to Infinite You, beautiful souls. I'm Dr. Sheri, spiritual psychologist and inner authority expert, also known as a multidimensional mindset coach. And here on Infinite You, we explore how awareness, alignment, inner authority, and authentic decision making change the way that you can consciously create and experience your life in flow and really creating more and answering that call of what you want. So if you're interested in living more aligned and trusting your inner authority and all those good things, go ahead, hit subscribe and share this video with someone who may need it. And let's dive right in. Most people unknowingly build their lives around obligation instead of alignment. We know, we all do it. We are human. It is just part of this journey. They say yes when they actually want to say no. They accept responsibilities that do not truly belong to them, and they take on roles that feel expected rather than chosen. And over time, those choices slowly drain their energy, not because they're weak, but because their life is no longer aligned with who they truly are. And part of the reason this happens is because many of us were taught to override our internal signals, for sure, our intuition, right? Most of us don't even talk about intuition like it is a normal human process. And so maybe you learn to be the responsible one. Maybe you learn to take care of everyone else first. Maybe you learned that saying no was selfish. So you adapted, you adjusted, you became someone who can handle things, someone who shows up, someone who keeps everything moving, keeps everything together. And at first, those patterns can even feel rewarding. So people appreciate you, they rely on you, you feel valuable, you feel like you're serving your purpose. But over time, something subtle begins to happen. You stop asking yourself an important question. Do I actually want this? Instead, you start asking a different question. What do people need from me right now? And slowly, almost without realizing it, your life becomes organized around everyone else's expectations rather than your own alignment. And that is when energy starts draining, because your life is no longer built around your inner authority. It is being built around obligation. And there's actually a physical consequence to that I'm not going to get into in this video, where, cortisol spikes, your adrenals start to get tired, right? And your body begins to break down. So it's not just the spiritual aspect or, what's going on in your subconscious mind, like not just 5D and 4D, that I talk about pretty regularly, but like what's happening to you in 3D. And women particularly are prone to doing this. And, cortisol is a whole giant big ball of wax about what it really does to our bodies when we are in overload mode. But I want to talk about energy for a minute, because human beings are energetic beings. We are more energy than we are matter. But your body and your intuition, right, they're constantly giving you signals about what feels aligned and what doesn't. You have 50 trillion cells in your body, and they are all connected to soul, to the energy of who you are. So we are energy detectors. We were designed that way in our bodies. It is a beautiful human design. It is a beautiful gift from God, from source energy, from all that is, whatever resonates with you. It is just really the way that things are. So because your body and your intuition and your energy are constantly giving you signals, you notice that Some environments energize you. Some conversations expand you. Some opportunities make you feel curious and alive and joyful. And others will create, as you know, tension in your body, heaviness, exhaustion. But when people are disconnected from their inner authority, they will often ignore those signals. So what do we do? What do? We know that we all do this. We push through. We override our intuition. We convince ourselves that we should want something that actually doesn't feel right. And then that is when life begins to feel draining. And over time, we feel it in our bodies. But something interesting begins to happen when you reconnect with your inner authority. You begin to start paying attention to your energy. You start noticing what expands you. You start noticing what contracts you. You start noticing what feels light, what feels heavy, what energizes you, what quietly is exhausting you. And that awareness becomes incredibly powerful, because energy is often one of the clearest signals your inner guidance system will provide for you, right? It is intuition. It is energetic. It is all about alignment. It is all about trusting the authority that is coming through you, connected to yourself at the soul level. And when you begin making decisions from alignment instead of obligation, your life slowly begins to change. The quantum field reorganizes itself around this new feeling and coherence of alignment. And so you don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? At first, the changes can really be small. So you start saying no to things that drain you, or you begin protecting your time and energy a little bit more carefully, just a little bit more intentionally. You pay attention to the environments and relationships that actually feel supported. And the more you honor those signals, the more your life begins reorganizing itself around what truly fits you. Your energy becomes clearer. Your attention becomes more focused. Your decisions become more intentional, and something else begins happening. You start trusting yourself again. Not because someone told you what to do, but because you are learning to recognize what alignment actually feels like inside your own life, your own mind, and your own body. It's a beautiful unfolding. And so if this conversation resonates with you, I invite you to explore these ideas further. Join my free newsletter, where I give you deeper reflection about alignment, inner authority, conscious creation, multidimensional everything, energy, intuition, and all things practical, because the idea of this is really to remember who you are and become that most amazing version of yourself. And if you are interested in exploring these ideas and putting them into practice in a very powerful way, you can join my Infinite You community. I will put the link in the description box below for my newsletter, for my community. And if you're curious about understanding your unique energetic design and decision-making style, you can join me in a human design session, which can be a powerful way to reconnect with your natural inner authority. And you will find all the links below. And if you have enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit like, definitely comment, and definitely share this video if you know anyone that needs more of this really powerful energy and insight, right? And like, of course, all things practical. I can't move away from that. Remember that your energy is one of the most honest signals that you have. Your energy is one of the most honest signals that you have. Your soul, who you are, your intuition at that level. And when something consistently drains you, it's often your inner authority asking you to pay attention. And the more you listen to that signal, the more your life begins aligning with who you truly are. And that is where the magic happens. Law of attraction, all that good stuff. More of what you want comes to you. It is so powerful and magical in the way we were designed. I will see you all next time. Namaste.